Namaste children.
Namaste.
Today we'll have a new concept called as functions in Python. The word function is a normal English word that we normally use. Okay, what do you mean by the word function? Technically, not technically. Some event that happens in a house is called as a function. Right, so why do we call it as a function? Everyday normal routine we have, but we name a particular thing as a function. Why? Special. We organize things in order for that particular event to take place. Say you have a housewarming ceremony, okay? You fix a particular date on which you are going to have that function. You print the invitation card, go formally invite people to come for that function, and only those people whom you have invited are going to come for the function, right? Yes. So what are you giving them? You are giving them an invitation card, a formal invitation. What do you get back? Probably some gifts.
Oh yes.
Fine. So not always gifts. Okay. Sometimes if you are very particular that you don't want anything in return. No. Nowadays they also print. Your presence is more important than your gift. So they want only your presence for the function. Whatever it is, something is given, something you are getting back. And the people come on that particular day of function, they attend the function and then go back. From there they come. Right children?
Yes,
so when a function is called, you attend the function and then get back to the same place where you have been called. Right?
Yes,
so typically or technically a function is a sub-program, a named sub-program. Okay, part of the statements which is specified by a name and which can be invoked from any part of the program. Is it clear children?
Yes,
okay, what is the purpose of a function in programming? Say you want something to happen very frequently. Then you can name it as a block and you can call it any number of times. That is the purpose of a function. Okay. Why do we split? I'll tell you a small story children. Father was at home. He was very busy with his work. His tiny daughter, 3 years old, she came and she was torturing father. Come, we'll play, come, we'll play. Now at that age, children will call. After that, they'll forget parents, right? No. You don't call at least your parents for a game. You will have some other partners with whom you play. Then father was very busy, so he thought for some time he'll engage his daughter, then he'll come back and play. He went through a magazine. There was one world map in the magazine. So what he did, he cut it into pieces and then he gave it to his daughter. Don't solve this. You attach all this and bring back the map. He thought by the time he'll finish his work and then he can join back. The child did it in a matter of 10 minutes. He thought she will take at least half an hour. You know how a world map is plus so many things are there. He was wondering, she neatly pasted it with the sellotape and she gave the world map. Father was really stunned. He asked, how did you solve this problem? So many things are there, no? She has to find which is matching with which. You know what she told? I didn't see this map. The back of this map there was only one single line drawing, of a woman. I went through that, I matched that, and on the other side I got the map. Understood children? Yes. Idea is when you look at a simpler part of a solution, when you break solutions, even big problems can be solved. You have a big day, your board exam, but if you prepare now for all your periodic tests, automatically your board exams will be easy. If you keep on pending everything, at the end you will have a big day, very big day, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what is modules? Splitting big things into small modules so that you can know. There is a famous saying, divide and conquer.
Oh, yes.
The value of functions is divide and conquer. When the program is too big, you cannot interpret. It's difficult to interpret errors. When you split into pieces, it is easy to conquer. Now let us take a simple example of a function, children. How do we start a function?
Def.
The keyword for a function is def, followed by the name of the function. Name of the function is the identifier, the name that we give. So you have to just follow the rules of identifiers. You can give the name of the function followed by parenthesis and the colon. Significance of parenthesis I'll tell you later. After this, whatever has to come inside the function has to be indented, as we did in while. And then this entire block is called as function definition. Then function definition alone is not enough. Like how you planned for a housewarming ceremony. planning, organizing alone is not sufficient. You have to call people. Only then the function will take place, right?
Yes.
So if the function statements has to get executed, you have to call the function. Technically it is called as invoking a function or function calling. How do you call a function? Just name the function. The function will be called. So let us execute this small function and check. It's a very, very simple function, children. So let me write a script for it. What is the function? I gave display. Okay, parenthesis, and then in this I have only one single line where I am printing
Welcome to Python.
welcome to Python. Okay, so this 2 lines is called as function definition. We are defining something like your invitation card where you are telling where the function is going to take place, what is going to happen, when it starts, all those things. And then you need to call this function. So how do you call? Just give the name of the function and the brackets, it will call the function. So ideally, what should this do?
Welcome to Python.
Welcome to Python. Or a line, in place of one line, we are writing 3 lines. This will be what will go on in your mind. It is one single line printing. Why should I write a definition for which I have to write a definition, call the function? But the thing is, no children, when you want the same thing to take place multiple times in multiple places, not in a single place. In many places I will be doing the same thing. Then you can define it as a function, call whenever you want. That is the purpose of function. So let me save this and then run. Okay, so it displays welcome to Python. Okay. You have to call the name with the same name. See, if I call you with a different name, will you react? No. You will react only when I call you with your name. Same way, even by mistake, if I make a spelling mistake here. No, I am giving what? Instead of display, I just gave display. Okay, so let's see what happens. No, it says there is no such function. Okay, it says there is no such function defined. Name error. It will show it displays that there is no such name given. Fine?
This in case there is a error in the function and if we never call it, it never shows error.
Yes.
No, it will not show error. Python is an interpreter based. So it will stop executing only when it encounters an error. Till then it will keep on running. The moment it encounters an error, it will show the error and then it will come out. There are other ways in which you can handle the error. That's a different concept. But till then it will execute. Say your doubt is, say I have an error here and above this I just give some other print statement. Print say hello. So here there is no problem with the main part. It will print hello. Problem is only in this line. So it will print hello, then it will show me an error.
Yes.
That's because it is interpreter. That is the advantage of interpreter. You know exactly. See, it prints hello, the first line.
No, it's like in function.
Okay, same thing. In function also say you have an error. You say print B where there is no B. So this is not going to give me a name error. And I call this function properly.
Error comes after when hello is
Fine.
Yes.
Then I save and run. So there is no problem with line 1 in which it will print hello. There is no problem with calling the function because the name of the function is matching. Problem comes only when I execute. For a betterment, I put this B below this print. You can see it will actually print welcome to Python and then only it will show me an error. And so let me save and then run. You can see it will show me hello in main, it will show me welcome to Python. After that only problem came, B is not defined. Okay?
Now in case if I never call this display function, the error is not even shown.
No. In case I don't call this display function at all. Okay? I have commented it, so it doesn't get executed. It doesn't show me any error because you have never gone into the function. No error.
Right.
No, that is what we do. Then we want to go to some function where we are not actually happy going to that function. We never go. Why? To just get away from those situations where you don't want to face somebody. Okay, face things, children. Only then you will know how to manage things. Fine. So this is a function, a small function wherein you have not given anything. You have not given anything for the function, and you are not getting back anything for the function. there is a possibility where you can give something to a function. Say you can write a function which will accept two numbers from you as parameters and then sum up both the numbers and print. Which means my function is going to accept two numbers from me. So let me put the name of the function as, say, sum. So here I have got a function of multi-7. What is the name of the function?
Multi-7.
It has one parameter m. What is the meaning of parameter? The value that a function accepts. There is no limit on number of values till any number of values you can provide. Here I am giving only one number. And what am I doing with that one number? Multiplying with 7 and then I am returning. What does a return mean? You can pass, this function is going to give me back some. It accepts a number from me, multiplies by 7 and it gives back to me the multiple of 7. So when this type of function is called as function with parameter and a return. There is a parameter on the top and there is a return type. So this return type has to be stored in a variable called as z. So whenever function returns some value, it has to be stored in a variable. The function is not returning any value. In the previous example of display, you can just call the function as it is. Is it clear?
If it only concerns printing, now we can give print multiply itself. There is no need to assign it to a variable.
Not required, not required. See, it all depends on the on your requirement, what the function is supposed to do. If you feel that there is no need for return, don't return. If you feel there is a need for return, return it back. It all depends. You can customize your function as you want. Is it clear? So let us look at this particular function, children. The function with parameter. So what function did I give? I gave multi-7. This is the number which I had given. It is your wish, whatever name you want you can give. Idea is it is going to multiply with 7. So I have given the name of the function as multi-7. And it is going to accept a number from me. So I have given a name for the number, that is m. I am going to multiply this with 7. So a is equal to m into 7. A is a new variable that you have assigned. And then I will return it. So whatever is a return type, I am supposed to save it in a variable. So multi-7, I will give 11. So what's happening here?
11 will be multiplied 7.
11 will be multiplied with 7 and 7 to 7 will be returned back, which will be stored in Z. But unfortunately, when I run this, there will not be any output. Why?
Because
there is no print statement. So I can give print Z to check the output. Fine. So ideally the output must be 77. How many times the function is called?
One time.
With what value you are calling? What are you returning?
7.
Fine. So what is this example?
With parameter.
Parameters and return.
You can have a different type of function. Say, as he told, why should I return? I will print it here itself. Then you need not return. You can directly print m into 7, which will print the 7 multiple of a number. In which case, what change should I do here?
Only call.
I should only call. See, it is not returning me anything. So I cannot assign it into a variable. I have to simply call and that will automatically print. Right? So let me check. Here also the output is going to be only 7 to 7 because you have passed 11. 11 multiplied by 7 will be 7 to 7 and it is printed. It is not returned. Is it clear, children? Yes. So this is a function with
Parameters.
There is a parameter but there is no return. Okay, the first function which we saw, display, was function without parameters and with return. So let us look into all the different categories. This is the function definition. This is a function with parameter and with return type. The parameter here, children, the function, the value which you are passing to the function is called as an argument. Technically it is called as argument. So here it is called as argument, there it is called as parameter. An argument can either be a variable or it can be a value. Here I am passing value. I can also pass a variable. When I pass a variable, the value of the variable will be stored in the parameter that you have sent. Again, it is not compulsory the function should have only one parameter. You can have any number of parameters. So you have 3 parameters, separate by a comma. I can give m1, m2, m3 in case my function is having 3 parameters. This is, what is this example, children? Without parameter. See, this empty brace shows that it is without parameter. There is no parameter in this, and there is a return type. What am I returning? What data type? Not required. That will be directly printed here. Okay, either you can return a variable whose value will be stored here, or you can return the value itself. The value itself will be printed. Okay, so here there is no parameter, but there is a return type. Here, identify what type of function is this? I have not sent any parameter and I have not returned any. So how do you call? Just the name of the function with empty parenthesis. And then this one with multiple parameters. This is a new concept. See, why do I call it as multiple parameters is, I am not sure. Sometimes I may call this function with 1 parameter, sometimes I will call with 2 parameters, sometimes I will call it with 3 parameters and so on. When I am not sure how many parameters I will be sending, then I can declare this with star. The star indicates that that particular parameter is not a single value but multiple value. So let us see how this works, children. So how do I give?
Function
Name of the function. In this case, I am just simply, I am showing the content. So I have named the function as def show. And in order to mention that it is multiple parameters, I have to give a star. And then name of the parameter, A. This is your wish, you can give whatever name you want. Here I have given A. I want to know what is this A. So I am just printing A. Fine. Now we will call this particular function with variable parameters. So first but one is compulsory. One parameter is compulsory.
Oh, yes, miss.
You cannot call this function without any parameters. So I will call this function show with 1 parameter. I will call this function show with 2 parameters. Okay, I will call this function show with 3 parameters. How is this permitted? Because of the star that you have given on the top. Fine? Now let us see whether it is working. Absolute, no problem. What is it showing? 1 for the first call because you have called only with A. 2 parameters A, B for the second call. 3 parameters for the third call. Tell me what is the data type here?
Tuple.
Why you are calling it as a tuple? Any multiple values that you store will be stored as a tuple. If you simply give E is equal to 1, 2, 3, what is E? Fine. So what does the star indicate over there? You can give any number of parameters that you want.
Now what if I want to access the second parameter inside the function? How do I?
Now, I want to access the second parameter alone, or I want to sum up all the values, something like that. I know that it is a tuple. How do you access elements of a tuple?
Index.
So if I want only the first value,
Yes.
A. Fine, children. If I want the second, but you have to be very smart in handling this, because all functions will not run with more than 1 parameter.
Yes.
So you have to put a check condition to check whether it has a second element, and then you have to display the second element. See, for example, if I give here A of 0, I have to give A of 0, A of 1. Where will it show error? Tell me.
First one.
First one itself, because I am calling only with
One parameter. One argument.
one argument, right? So let us run this program, check whether it is showing an error. Index error. Where is it showing index error?
The first one.
For the first one itself. Okay, let us check whether it is done, we are showing no errors with the second one. So I will put the second call in the beginning and I will put the first call below. So for the first call, will it show any error?
No.
Because it has already got 2 errors. For the second call, it will show error. So for the first call it is showing me A and B, for the second call it is showing error. Tell me what I should do. It should not show me an error.
If len of A,
Perfect. What is len of A?
length of the
What do
tuple.
you mean by len of A?
Number of
Elements in the tuple. If the number of elements in the tuple is more than 1, or if it is less than more than 1, then you can show the next element.
Yes.
So what?
If
If
len of A
len
greater than
of A is
Greater than
greater
1.
than 0, 1, sorry, greater than 1, it will
Print.
show me the second subset. Now, will it show the error? Will it show error for the first one?
No.
What
Will not be printed actually.
It will not show me the output also for the first one.
Else statement let's add.
Okay, what should I give in else?
Else
Print
print A.
A of 0.
Else is going to be what? What will be the length when it goes to else?
0.
1.
So else I will print only one element.
Because why need 0? The element is going to only have one element.
If you don't, and you
It
cannot
will
call
give
this
in
function
tuple now.
without, you cannot call this without parameters. One parameter is compulsory.
Okay.
No, miss, he asked
Index
why.
only asked us why 0.
A of 0.
Directly we can print A now this.
It will print with the tuple round bracket. No, I don't want the round bracket. I want only the value to come.
Okay.
Okay, now it doesn't show an error. Fine. It should not show error. Okay. Though we have three.
ABC should be printed.
No, I
No,
have
A
zero.
of 0.
If I put A of 2 here, then again for second
But
itself
again
it will
it
show
will-
me a problem. So I printed only one element. Okay. If you want to actually check for the length and then print the
For
elements, you can. Right. You can give a for loop and then check the length and then print only those values. Have you understood multiple parameters, children?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So quickly you write a function. Write a function which accepts a message as a parameter. Which accepts a message as a parameter and displays it. Just 2 lines, children. No need of function call. I need only the function definition. Yes. Perfect. Def ABC message, print message. That's all? That's all, children? Only 2 lines. What type of function is it?
Without
With parameter. Clear? Okay. These are your assignments, children. Short assignments. Everything has got, your answer may be even smaller than the question. Right? A quick recap. Tell me what we have learned today.
Function.
Function.
Okay,
What is
what
a
is it?
function? In one word you tell me the answer.
Even.
A subprogram.
A
Technically
subprogram.
named
It
subprogram.
can be reused again and again.
It can be used again and again. What are different types of
Increases
functions?
readability.
Increase the readability of a function. See, when you have large work to complete, no children, you may not have a satisfaction that you have completed. When it is split into small things, say 5 homeworks you have finished one, you are going to second one, you have some mental satisfaction that you have completed a part of your work. That is the idea of modules. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, different type of functions.
with written type,
With
without
written type.
With return, you tell the parameter first and then the return type. Because parameter comes
Yes.
first. So
Each
function.
parameter.
Parameter of return type.
Without
Without parameter return type.
Without parameter. With parameter.
Okay children, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank